Look, we just got a package in. This is what we need. This is the carpet. Our part of the carpet, I think we had 2 shipments of the carpet because I don't think he ordered enough the first shipment. So you guys want to know what happens when there is a shelter-in-place order for your city and there's really nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing's open, nothing's going on. This happens. Yep. So this is the Stratos. It's completely gutted right now, as you can see. We're replacing the carpet and the seats, the upholstery. She took one of the gas tanks out. So here's where the seats are, driver's side, passenger side, or starboard port, however you want to look at it. And then there's 2 tanks here. One was here, the other one's still there. We took this one out to clean it out. We were only operating on 1 tank. So we took this tank out, and now we'll be able to have both here once we get this fixed. In there. Got some buildup over here. On this. Oh. It looks like sand. Yeah, well, there's some stuff on top when I open it up. So pour both of these in the gas can. Huh. The man said both cans. So let's do both cans. Oh, I broke it. Not good. There it is. It's in there. Next time you guys see this boat, I mean, it looks good already, but the next time you see it, it's gonna look really good. And I didn't want to spend like $55,000 on a brand new bass boat. We couldn't justify it. Me and my dad, we just couldn't go half on it. I couldn't do it. Don't get me wrong, I love the Cadillacs of bass fishing, but this boat has caught me plenty of fish. New green machine, because it is green. We got to get the outside redone, but I'm not worried about the outside. I really want some Garmins put on here. I think the Garmins are pretty awesome. Even some newer Humminbirds. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to get this done. I'm excited to get this done. I'm excited to go fishing again. That's what I'm excited for. Here's the old carpet. Look how nasty this is, man. Look at that. So this was probably, look at that. It's nasty. So here in a couple of days, it'll look really, really good. Matter of fact, I wish I could just like sit here and just like stand right here. Like right here, right? And I wish I could just snap my finger and it'd be done. Let me try again. Look at that. Here's the whole installation. I didn't film any of the gutting. You sit down. You sit down. You sit down. Like the cool blue light. 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 Sorry if the camera's wobbly. It's really windy. sitting on the old bass seat that's not even anchored right now. So, matter of fact, I know you guys are walking here. I had y'all sitting on that. Would I do it again? Probably not. It's really labor intensive, at least this boat was. Don't get me wrong, I learned a lot and I know a lot more about this boat than I ever have before, because I've seen it stripped to its bare bones, and I've never really done that with a boat, so it was really, really good to do that with a boat. And I encourage you, if you're going to do that, to be mindful. If you're going to recarpet your boat or thinking about recarpeting your boat, to be mindful of it is time consuming. You know, people don't think about it. You got to unlatch all your hinges on your doors. So like here, for example, you gotta unlatch these hinges off the box, and you know, at first you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that, no problem. Then you realize how hard they are to get to up underneath there. So then you gotta sit there and screw them into your door as well as that. Not to mention peeling off the old carpet. It's a little bit of a pain, depending on how long it's been on there and how rusted it is. And my dad mainly did that. He got the old carpet off and kind of recarpet. I just kind of really assisted it and did a lot of the labor, not all the labor. He did most of it. He was off this week in this whole isolation thing with the coronavirus going on. But it's cool. It needed to be get done. I wasn't really up for doing it this weekend in particularly, but you know, it is what it is, and I learned, and it was cool, man. It looks good now. It looks great. New seats. This is where it really needed these. Like, I'm sitting pretty higher than I was before, and I can actually see now. So I'm excited to kind of get out there on the water. I've been trying to take my kids out because they're under quarantine with my wife, and they've been at the house, and they're all students. My wife's in college. She's in nursing school. And my kids, you know, they're in grade school like everybody else's kids. But, you know, this whole coronavirus thing has really got everything out of whack, and they've been pretty much in the house. And the only thing that I can think of is fishing right now that you could actually do and not, you know, potentially be spreading infectious diseases anywhere by any means. I like it. Let me know what you guys think. You know, you guys saw some before and after photos, and you know, it does look really, really good. I'm excited to use it. Now trying to keep the rain off it. As you can see, we don't have anywhere to store it. And that's another thing when you have a boat. If you don't have anywhere to store it, you know, the sun is brutal on it. The rain is brutal on your boat, especially when you're not using it. Yes, it gets wet. It's a boat. But when it gets rained on and it goes through the covers and things like that, it really jacks the boat up. So, you know, just kind of things to think about if you're even buying a boat or thinking about buying a boat. Do you have a place to put it? And if you don't, you better have a badass cover, and I mean not a cheap cover. I'm gonna link a guy's video down in the description below. This is kind of who my dad got the idea from, and this is kind of the route he took. We did do a few things differently. I think that guy individually took the drawers out of the boat. We took them out like all at the same time, and it felt like it was never ending, you know. There's a lot of doors. I think there's like 16 doors we had on here with hinges. Some of them have dual hinges, like the rod box you guys just saw. Others have singles. And sometimes you get stripped out screws in your fiberglass, so you got to figure out a way to mount them back in, you know, or re-tap those holes. Or yeah, there's a lot more to it than what people would make it out to be. And you know, if you're looking at this video because you're thinking about doing it yourself because it was really priced high, well, there's a reason why it's priced high to recarpet these boats. You know, it's a process, man. It really is. It's not as simple as just taking a carpet up and gluing it back down. No, you got to take everything off to get that carpet out, and that's what people have to understand. Like, everything's got to come out. Like these seats, you saw them out. The cover under the seats, the gas tanks, you guys saw the gas tanks. Everything was out of the boat. We still haven't even, and then you got to cut like the holes. So you got to cut those out, and you know, it's just little stuff. See, there's a drain plug here. You guys can't see it right now because we don't have it. It's right there where I'm pushing. I haven't cut it out yet. We'll cut it out here today or tomorrow or sometime. But that's the drain plug that goes on the floor. You know, you just gotta, it's the little things that people don't think about. It's like, okay. And that's not a big deal, but when you do it over and over and over and over again, and you're re-drilling screws and you're reinstalling lids, you're reinstalling, you know, mounts where your grafts go, you know, this stuff adds up, man. So, but all good in hindsight. I'm glad I did it. It's a learning experience. And like I said, would I do it again? Probably not, but I know how to do it. And if someone was asking me, I can kind of tell them how to do it or teach them how to do it and just let them know, hey man, it's a project. It's not something that's gonna take you a day. This took us 3 days. You could even call it 4 or 5 days once you add up all our time from the other days, because we did the days where we worked on it only for a couple hours. But, you know, in hindsight, 3 to 4 days it took us to do this. Now, could it have took longer? I mean, could we done it quicker? Sure, probably, yeah. But it was a learning process along the way. We ran into some oddballs. This is an old boat. This is a 96 Stratos. Thanks guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new, and I will see you guys out on the water pretty soon.